Got an absolutely action-packed week this week. I'm going to be sowing all of these lovely seeds. I'm going to be sharing with you how I've decided to keep track of what I've planted and when it should be ready, things like that. So getting a little bit nerdy. Going to be talking litter picking. Going to be pulling up the rest of the potatoes, and we'll just see what else happens. Hello there, thanks so much for tuning in. So I'm Tim here at My Carbon Coach, as the t-shirt says. Pretty cool, isn't it? So welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you're not. So as said, we've got some lovely seeds to sow. We're going to bring some colour with these violas. That's pretty exciting, got them on Kitchen Garden magazine. Going to be planting some Purple Haze carrots. I think we're just right at the end of the carrot sowing season, so I'm hoping that they catch on and work. You never know, we're quite warm here, so might work out. I know I'm quite behind on this, but I'm going to give it a try anyway and experiment with some butternut squash. Hopefully we'll get away with that. The pack says June, but my month by month book says July's fine as well. And then finally we're going to try sowing some rocket alongside the radish in the radish bed at the end. I'll give you a quick update with how they're doing as well. They're looking really good. So as well as that, we're going to briefly touch on the litter pick that I organised last week. Sorry, litter pick. Sorry, Mum. And going to put up a couple of photos. It went really well. Going to show you the spreadsheet I've set up to keep track of what I'm planting, how it's doing, where I've got it from, all of that kind of stuff. And what I'm first going to do though is grab the bucket out, and it's absolutely time to pull up all of the potatoes. So I'm going to get stuck into the ground and yeah, get all of those out. And here we see the lesser spotted wife on the allotment. Come to see where the magic happens. So yes, this is my wife Rachel. She's new to the channel, not new to me. So yeah, coming down reading a book whilst I crack on with some work. That is all of the potatoes out of the ground now. That is an entire gigantic bucket full, which is impressive, I'm going to say. I'm going to use the word impressive, why not? But I do need to Google something. I did notice a few of them have got this kind of weird looking blotchiness to them. I don't know if that's potato blight, so need to brush up on my Googling and figure out exactly what that is, because I might have lost a few to that, but the majority of them are looking really lovely, like yeah, decent normal potatoes. So top job with that. Next thing that was up on the things to talk about was litter picking. So I organised local litter picks around Taunton, and last weekend was the first time that we'd been able to do it since before lockdown. It was such a relief to be out there again. I've done individual litter picks myself sort of during lockdown, just in the local area, but it was nice to organise a big community event once again. So there should be some photos up on screen of what happened, but we tackled an area of town, a beautiful area called Long Run Meadow, and it's this beautiful meadow that runs right the way through the length of pretty much Taunton to the outskirts, and we found ridiculous amount of litter. It was actually scary how much we found, so well worth doing. A shame that we need to, but yeah, going to keep on doing that. And I've actually written to my local MP, who is actually in the government cabinet. She is the Environment Secretary, I believe, Rebecca Powell. So I've invited her along to August's litter pick, so we will see if she shows up. Yeah, we'll see. Those of you that have heard of the name will probably have an opinion as to what she's like, but yeah, wait and see. I'm having an open mind about these things. So that's litter picking done, that's potatoes pulled. So next job is going to be sorting out this bed. No raised bed for me, unfortunately. Just going to whack a load of soil on it and just go for it. The time has come to just get these seeds in the ground, to get them sown and just start growing. bed's nearly there. Just had to pop over to the communal shed just to borrow a rake, so hence the gloves, because yeah, we're trying to be sensible here. I know no one's probably touched this rake in a while, and it's silly that I don't own my rake. But you know, safety first. And speaking of safety, the first of two sidetrack moments in this little bit, face masks. So my friend Jeanette, who runs a shop called Bird Modern Vintage and is part of Rocket and Bird, makes face masks. So with the incoming legislation, I thought I'd get myself one with some bees on. I'll leave a link down to Rocket and Bird's online shop down in the description. They don't just make these, they make absolutely wonderful, well, they make absolutely wonderful things, and they stock other local sort of craft and Etsy seller type businesses within their own store. So the second segue of this little bit, speaking of needing to borrow rakes, is that you can help to fund my carbon coach in all its forms by checking out my Patreon link that's down in the description. Basically, it's a monthly way of supporting content creators. So if you support me, you're not only helping me with setting up the allotment, you're helping me with providing litter picks to the community, to running the website and blog, and all of the sort of bits and pieces that I'm doing. So there's links down in the description. Big shout out to my patrons already. You're helping so much. Really, really appreciate you. Right, back to sorting out the bed. So there we go, that is that bed prepared. I'm going to call it a day there. It is cracking on into the evening now, still glorious sunshine, what an amazing day. I'm going to come back, well, I'm going to give it a water, leave it overnight, and then I'm going to come back in the morning. We'll finish the video tomorrow, sow some seeds, chat about my plant database, call it a wrap there. So catch you in just a few seconds for you, in a number of hours for me. Okay, so on to sowing seeds. You can see I've done a little bit more work on the bed and sort of made the sides stand up a bit. First job is going to be violas. It says to sort of faff around with them, with sowing them in little seed pots and things, but I'm just going to risk it. I'm just going to stick them in. There's just a little gap here at the edge of between the path edge and the train going past. So train's gone, so I'm just going to literally scatter in the ground, give them a poke. Right, that's the first job done then. Right, next thing to do is going to be the rocket. So these go in rows, they go sort of half a centimetre deep, and what I'm going to do is use the other half of the radish bed. Cool, so that's the rocket done. Those of you that have watched the channel for a while will have known that I tried to sow some rocket earlier in the year and put it inside there in the greenhouse. You probably guessed because I haven't really talked about it, but that didn't work out so well. Hopefully this will turn out alright outside and I can have some nice rocket and radish salads. Next job, carrots into there. And then the final job is this butternut squash. So apparently they're meant to be sown on edge. I'm not sure what on earth that means. So outdoors, mid-May to June, well, we're giving it a go now, 1/2 inch deep, 2 to 3 seeds in each position, 60 centimetres apart. Might need to get the tape measure out, but yeah, we'll have a go at this. Right, so there we go. That is 2 rows of carrots put in there. We've got 4 separate places for butternut squash. We've got the rocket over there. We've got some violas just down here. I think that's quite a successful little sowing session. Fingers crossed that we get some results. So the last thing that I wanted to show you all today was my way of organising and knowing what I've sown and what's doing well and what isn't. This is in a program called Notion, and this is something that I've created myself, and basically I just list everything that I've put in the ground, what it is, whether it's a herb, vegetable, where I've got it from. So those were the fennel and the lemon balm that my friend Bethan gave me. Got lots of things from Urban Herbs, bought the basil from Morrison's. Sutton's was the rainbow radishes, the date that I planted them, their status, whether they are alive, and down at the bottom we've got the broad beans were dead and the Charlotte potatoes are now harvested, and I've got the date of when things are harvested. Obviously things like herbs etc won't have a harvested date, but the radishes will, and so on. And then over here I've just added in a section for links to websites like how to grow guides, that kind of thing. Yeah, I recommend Notion. If you want any more details about that, please get in touch and I can maybe see about sending you over the template. So that's it, that's been another absolutely fantastic week up on the allotment. I've absolutely loved getting that ready and actually sowing some more vegetables. Pulling all of those potatoes out of the ground was crazy as well. Yeah, it's just been a fantastic time. The weather is beautiful. So if you haven't already, please remember to give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. It would really mean a lot. Thank you to everyone that has so far. Really appreciate you. I release new videos every Monday, so stay tuned for the next one, or if you like, somewhere on the screen there'll be another option for you to carry on watching the channel if you haven't already seen it. So take care of yourselves, take care of your plots, and have a fantastic week. See you soon. Bye.